Okay, so today is arms because it is Friday. Arm day. My favorite day of the week by far. So, what I'm going to be doing for today's arm workout is let's use this to demonstrate. I'm going to be doing regular curls, 20 reps for 5 sets. Alright. Then I'm going to be doing hammer curls, 20 reps for 5 sets. And then I'm going to be laying on the ground with a pillow behind me. And then I'm going to be doing skull crushers. I don't remember, but 5 sets of however many reps I can do. I don't know how many I can do, so I'm not going to set a number. And then I'm going to be doing wrist curls, and then reverse wrist curls, 20 reps, 5 sets. The reverse curls will probably be 10 reps for 5 sets. And then I gotta get the rest of the stuff out here. I'm going to be doing some forearm work with all of these. Let me show you what all these are here. So, 20 reps, 5 sets of this. I have it set to, 60 kilograms is 120 pounds. Say around 50 kilograms, which 50 kilograms about 100 pounds. Yeah, about 100 pounds, give or take. And then after that is this, which is just a little thing to squeeze. It's kind of like a warm down set from the squeezing. And then for the thumb, I have this little egg thing here. You take it and you push in. Same set and rep system as everything else. And then there is the extensor trainer, 20 reps, 5 sets. And then there is, I might not even do this. I don't think I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this. So that's it. So let me get everything set up here, and then we will start. See y'all in a second. Alright, so I'm gonna be starting with the curls. 20 reps for 5 sets. Just regular curls. Regular curls. Let's get into it. Alright. There's the first of 5 sets done. These did not work out. Pull a book out here, start writing stuff down. because I'm going to end up forgetting. So that was first set done. So moving on to the second set. That is the second of 5 sets. 3 more sets to go, and we are done with this exercise. I'll leave I won't pose anymore. I'm gonna leave it too. Just pump before I'm done, and then I'll do something after, right before I go to pose down. Alright. Let's get to the third set. Alright, there was the third of 5 sets, 2 more sets left, and then we are done with this exercise. Alright. Let's get into the 4th set. There's gonna be a lot of swinging in this, so the last 2 sets, there's gonna be like 0 technique. Alright. There was the 4th of 5 sets, 1 more set left, and then we are done with this exercise. It's a big arm day. Doing a lot. Alright, let's get to the 5th and final set for this exercise. Alright. There was the 5th set. That is the end of curls, and we are moving on to hammer curls. I'm only going to do 10 reps of hammer curls. I'm only really doing the hammer curls for the radiobrachialis. Or, I don't think it, yeah, it hits radiobrachialis and regular brachialis. It's both of them. And the brachialis is the muscle that's in between your bicep and tricep. And it leads into the radiobrachialis, which is the muscle that leads from your forearm into your upper arm. Alright. I'm only going to do 10 reps for this. So our first set. Alright, there was first of 5 sets, 4 more to go, and then we're done with this exercise. Get into the second set. Alright, there was a second of 5 sets. Three more reps. Let me just start over. That was the second set of 5. We have 3 more reps till we're done with the second. I messed up again. Let me try and think about this before I say it. That was the second set of 5 sets, 3 more sets, and then we were done with this exercise. There it is. 3rd time's a charm, I guess. Alright, let's jump into the 3rd set. Alright. There's the 3rd of 5 sets. We have 2 more sets left. And I'm just gonna blast through them. Alright. There was 4th of 5 sets. One more set left, then we're gonna run this exercise. Alright. That was the 5th set. So we are done with that exercise. I'm moving on to whatchamacallit's, where's tricep? I got it. Give me a second. I'll remember it. Not hammer girls. Skull crushers. There it is. And I'm gonna be doing those on the ground, so I have to set up the camera at a different angle. So I'll see y'all in a second. All right, I'm back. I think this is a good enough angle. Pretty good angle for this. Now I think I might only be able to crank out about 5 reps, maybe 10. So yeah, whatever rep I can do for 5 sets. All right. Alright, so it looks like I'm doing 8 reps in between. So that is the first of 5 sets. 4 more sets to go. And then we're moving on to forearms. Alright, that was the second of 5 sets. 3 more sets to go, and then we are done with this exercise. Hat's trying to come off here. All right. Alright. That was the third of 5 sets. 2 more sets left, and then we are done with this exercise. And then we are moving on to forearms. And I think I'm gonna do a little extra from what I showed. An example. I'm gonna do a little extra for forearms. A couple extra exercises. Come on, 2 more sets left. Alright. There was the 4th of 5 sets, 1 more set left, and then we're done with this exercise. God, this is tough. Alright, come on, I can do it. Trust, we got this. Alright, that is it for triceps. So I'm gonna reset up the camera for forearms. So I'll see y'all in a second. Alright, so we're now getting into forearms. So what I'm starting with here is going to be 20 reps or 5 sets. wrist curls. And then I'll move down to 15 pounds. And I'll do that for reverse wrist curls. So let's start it. Alright, there was the first of 5 sets, 4 more sets left. I'm just gonna jump through until I start getting fatigued here. Alright, there was the second of 5 sets, 3 more sets left. Alright, there was the third of 5 sets, 2 more sets left. There was the fourth of 5 sets, 1 more set left. Alright. A lot easier than I thought it'd be. But that was the 5th and final set. So I'm now moving on to reverse curls. Same rep system. Except for there's only going to be 10 reps, or same set system, different rep system. So there's going to be 10 reps instead of being 20. Forearms are getting pumped. They're going to be super pumped by the time I'm done. Alright. Let's start. Alright, there's the first 5 sets. 4 more sets left. And there was the second of 5 sets, 3 more sets left. Alright, there was the third of 5 sets, 2 more sets left, and then we were done. Alright, some assisted reps. But there was 4th 5 sets, 1 set left. In. Alright. That was the 5th set. And I have to set some stuff up, so I'm going to cut here and see in a second. Alright, I am back. So, I think these are called pronations, if I'm correct. So you hold your arm at a 90-degree angle, the palm facing up, with the videos that I've seen have suggested like using plates, tying a knot at the end, and then putting like a judo belt through it and wrapping it around your hand multiple times. But I don't have that. And I have very limited plates. So I just use these 10-pound leg weights because I have a strap on them. And it works the same. So I'm going to be doing 40 reps in a row for 2 sets, each arm. Alright. So I'm gonna go 50 reps instead. That's what I just did there. I just did 50 reps. 40 reps is a little easier than I thought it would be. All right. All right. Form's getting pumped. So, I think I had another one in store, but I don't quite remember what it was. Oh yeah. It's where you take it and you go like this. I'm just gonna see how many reps I can do. For 2 sets, just till failure. I'm just gonna go 50 reps, 2 sets, same as the last. I didn't know how many I could do, so. Can't get it quite right here. There we go, that's good enough. Alright, I'm calling that hurt. Still trying to figure out workout routines and stuff, so give or take in the future. But I think now I'm moving on to the grip and stuff. So I'm gonna cut this so I can situate the camera again. See y'all in a second. Alright, I got everything situated here, so I'm gonna be starting with this. It is at 50 kilograms, which, quote me if I'm wrong, type in comments. if you want to look it up, because I don't know exactly. But I think that 50 kilograms is 100 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. So, 20 reps, 5 sets. No, not 5 sets. 2 sets, 20 reps. Yeah, that'll be good. 2 sets, 20 reps. Alright, that's the end of that one. I think I'm gonna bop to this. Same set and rep system. Alright, that's the end of that one. Move on to this one next. Seems to be the toughest one out of all of them. Save the easiest one for last. This isn't like a good workout. This is more of just a warm off, if you can call it that. Cool down. Just a better way to put it. Alright, that's the end of that. Last one. Alright, now I'm going to move to pose down. So see you all in a second in the pose down. Alright, I've set up the pose down. So let's get into the poses. Alright, move on to the back. Not very good at back poses.
That shit's so fucking hot, baby. Holy shit.
Alright. Alright, that's the last one. Anyways, I'm gonna go now, so y'all have a good day. See you later in the next video.